For the Shield Sports, I am Ben Heckey. With fall sports wrapping up, the Valpo volleyball team had their last tune-up before the Horizon League tournament. They traveled to Loyola. Valpo took set 1 25-15 thanks to this Katie Lehman kill. Loyola would battle back and take set 2 thanks to the hot hand of Mallory Curran. She led Loyola with 23 kills on the match. After the mid-game break, Valpo would regroup, winning 25-20. Set 4 was very close, but Loyola, with set point, gets another kill from Curran to get the set victory, forcing a fifth set. A quick dash to 15, the teams were locked at 14 each. With the match point on the line, Tara Diebler has this attack air that gives Loyola the 5-set victory. The Crusaders had 18 blocks on the day, but it just wasn't enough. The Brown and Gold earned the 4th seed in the Horizon League tournament. The Crusaders took to the football field for the final time this season. They had one last chance to get their first victory of the year. The Valpo defense played well all day as Alex Solar covered up this fumble on Morehead State's first drive. On the day, Valpo forced 5 turnovers, including this interception from Eli Crawford, which he returned 45 yards to pay dirt. The score brought Valpo within 17 points midway through the third quarter. Valpo would score again on a touchdown pass from Eric Lemon to Travis Anderson. Valpo would get the 2-point conversion, making the score 30-15. Morehead State scored one final time, bringing the game and the Crusaders' season to a close with a final score of 37-15. Valpo finished the year with an 0-11 record and 0-8 in the Pioneer League. Valpo women's basketball team played DePaul in the first round of the women's NIT preseason tournament. Valpo had their hands full with the Big East opponent. This game turned out to be all DePaul, but the Crusaders had some nice highlights, including this three-pointer by Betsy Adams. The junior led the team with 15 points, all from three-point land. Freshman Tabitha Gerardo also was in double digits as she scored 10 points and recorded 6 rebounds. At the end of the game, though, the Blue Demons were just too much as Keisha Hampton led the way with 24 points. The Brown and Gold take to the hardwood next against Austin, PA and Lamar, Texas as they continue their time in the WNIT. Valpo men's basketball was in action this past weekend as they picked up a huge win against IU Northwest. The final score was 111-64. The game marked the first 100-point game for the Brown and Gold since 2006. Finally, in Crusader athletics, the bowling team hosted their second ever Crusader Classic. The team finished third in a star-studded tournament, losing to only Nebraska and UW Whitewater. That's all for the Shield Sports. I am Ben Heckey.
Well, it's pretty good that outdoor sports are done now. It's getting kind of cold outside.
That's right, and hopefully the weather will cooperate as students travel home over Thanksgiving break. For a look at this week's weather forecast, we send it over to meteorologist Justin Thompson-Gee.
I'm Justin Thompson-Gee in the VUTV weather studio. Right now I have us under cloudy skies. It's been fairly cloudy throughout the whole day, no sun really to speak of. A couple of raindrops here and there. Temperature of 47 is what I have us at right now. Dew point of 36. Winds out of the west at 5 miles per hour. Regional radar. Right now we have this band of moisture that's kind of making its way across northern Illinois. Other than that, we've seen spotty showers here and there throughout the rest of the day. Some of that rain, if it does turn out to fall tonight and into tomorrow, could turn into snow. So you might want to keep your eye on that. Make sure that you don't have to wake up to a couple snow, although I don't expect any of it to really stick. Valparaiso will have you at 46 right now. Indianapolis 43. Something interesting to note on this map is Evansville, Indiana, 41 degrees. Normally you are the hot spot of the map, but right now St. Louis took it away with 52 degrees, Springfield at 47. All these temperatures are fairly normal for this time of year, so not really a huge surprise or anything in terms of that. Tonight, chance of rain or snow. Like I said, that rain could turn into snow. Might be a nasty mixture, but I don't really expect anything to really stick on the ground. Temperature of 39 degrees. We are still above that average temperature of 31 degrees, so make sure you're enjoying these nights that are above average because they won't last forever, I'm telling you that. 7 a.m. when you're waking up tomorrow, 41 degrees. At around noon, I do have snow here. That is just a slight chance of snow tomorrow. Maybe some flakes here and there. That's really it. But a temperature of 45 degrees. Tomorrow night, 41 and cloudy skies. Now, Thanksgiving break does start on Friday. Friday is the last day of class, and then we have a whole week off. I know lots of people are excited. If you are debating whether or not to travel on Friday or Saturday, you do have to be out of your residence halls by 12 p.m. on Saturday. 49 degrees on Friday, Saturday 51. Again, really, it's kind of just the lesser of two really nice days. If you want cloudy skies instead of that sun glaring into your eyes, you might want to pick Friday. But if you don't want to deal with the winds, you might pick Saturday. If you are flying, you shouldn't really have to worry about anything, at least when it comes to weather concerns or anything like that. Thursday, I do have a chance of flurries staying with us on Thursday, and then we do hit a slight warm-up on the weekend. Sunday, 54 degrees, and then Monday, 53. I hope that the weather wherever you are going for your Thanksgiving is fantastic. It is a little bit too far in advance for us to tell what that forecast will be, but I hope it is great. For the VU TV weather, I'm Justin Thompson-Gee. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Justin. And more Valpo news. A Valparaiso University pastor and 3 alumni help explain the basics of what Lutherans believe as contributors to a newly published book about the denomination's beliefs and practices. The Shield's Thomas Patrick has more.
What is Lutheranism? All those attending Valparaiso University know that they are attending a Lutheran school. This is where university pastor James Weststein comes in. His book, Lutheranism 101, covers several basic topics about what being a Lutheran means. Before the book was written, Weststein had a running lectionary-based comic titled Angus Day. The comic, light-hearted in nature, would eventually lead to Lutheranism 101. The book allows for both Lutheran readers to stretch their own knowledge of understanding, while at the same time inviting non-Lutherans to take a basic look at the Lutheran faith as a whole. This is very important to the community at Valparaiso University, as the school plays host to several Lutherans and non-Lutherans at the same time. With that in mind, Lutheranism 101 can be informational to both sides of the coin. Reporting for The Shield, I'm Thomas Patrick.
The book will be available for purchase at the University Bookstore in the Hari Union.
Hundreds of Valparaiso University students, faculty, and staff will give thanks for the diversity of the campus community during a November 18th Thanksgiving dinner. The first Thank God It's Thanksgiving dinner is organized by students participating in Valpo's Church Vocation Symposium and the Ministry of the Chapel of the Resurrection. This will include the carving of 26 turkeys to feed 400 members of the campus community. Students will provide a variety of musical entertainment during the dinner, and Professor Brent Whitefield will present a brief history of Thanksgiving.
Valparaiso University has recently partnered with the Peace Corps to form a new graduate program. For more on that story, we turn it over to Shield correspondent Sean Jones.
The university recently started a partnership with the Peace Corps so that students who are interested in international service can get the knowledge and the skills that they need. For more on this story, I talked with David Rowland, the Dean of Graduate Studies and the man behind this program.
We have about 250 students from the university over the past years that have done Peace Corps service. So we have a sizable group of Peace Corps alums associated with the university.
Due to the large number of alumni that have ended up serving in the Peace Corps, Rowland decided that the university could have a more formal relationship with the organization.
What we're trying to do is to capitalize on the fact that many of the students that come to Valparaiso University have this value for service, and this is a nice way to turn that value for service into an advanced academic degree.
With that goal in mind, a program was developed that includes both class time and hands-on fieldwork.
It's very extensive field experience because what they will be doing as part of their Peace Corps, their 2 years of service in the Peace Corps, is essentially extending the kind of learning that they're doing in the classroom here and applying it to a very real-world situation, typically in a developing country. So it's a variety of law, economics, business, and political science courses that are all offered from an international perspective. So really it's 2 years of field experience, and this is the great thing, that this is a program whereby the student gets 9 months of theory, understanding, case studies, but then takes that knowledge and applies it into a very real world and sometimes very challenging kind of situation.
More information about the program can be found at valpo.edu.
Familiar carols and music of the holiday season will ring through the Chapel of the Resurrection during the annual Valparaiso University Christmas Concert on December 3rd and 4th as student musicians delight audience during this festive campus tradition. Valpo's choral and instrumental ensembles will give voice to the joy, magic, and mystery of the season during this year's concert, a carol festival, continuing more than an 80-year-old campus and Northwest Indiana holiday tradition. The event will also include audience participation in the singing of carols and music by Valpo's Symphony Orchestra, Chorale, and Chamber Concert Band. Well, that's all we have from this week's Shield. Come back next week for the latest Valpo news. I'm Mike Jacob-Eisen.
And I'm Lauren Whitney Gottbreath. On behalf of all those at VUTV, have a great Thanksgiving.